babes, it's your girl Joy back with another video. Thank you for tuning in to my chaos, child. I wasn't gonna get on here, but I decided to get on real quick because I wanted to tell y'all about my day. Y'all know I keep a story for you, child. Whew, I still got my badge on and everything. I came home hungry. Yes, I did. So I just stopped and picked up this Little Caesar pizza, which is very good. Little Caesars is good, especially if you add something, like if you add sausage or something, they gotta make it fresh. So I added my crushed pepper and some garlic. Child, my breath gonna be kicking, but that's okay. Y'all can't smell it. So anyway, before I get into this video and to my eating, this gonna be quick, child. I just came on here to chit chat. Woo, what a day, what a day. Baby. Baby, it was very interesting at school today. I still went in and didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. That's okay, I'm patient. So I observed another student. Can I say that already? If you're new to my channel, you need to subscribe, like, comment, share, hit your post notification. Child, I'm gonna skip to the end of the day. So I observed one teacher, a veteran teacher. He's been teaching forever. Good teacher, good control over his class. I even learned some stuff from it too. Then I was like, okay, let me observe another teacher for the second half of the day, because they don't know what they're doing with me. It's okay. I don't mind observing. I'm learning a great deal, what to do, what not to do. But at the end of the day, kids ready to go. So at the end of the day, with one teacher, I was like, you gotta learn how to go cuckoo. They just need to see crazy one good time. Not hit a kid. No, I ain't saying that. Maybe you gotta turn the chair over, turn the desk over, act like you crazy. Just one good time. That class controlled her. My nerves was bad. And it was a small class too. Maybe 10 students. Baby, my nerves were bad. I was like, about now, I'll be going cuckoo. And see, I'm trained for behavior. For those of you who don't know, I dealt with behavior all 4 years of my teaching. That kind of, ooh. That made my nerves bad, child. So, it did. I think it was going down at the school. Interesting. And then I observed some fantastic classes. I think it depends on the teacher. It depends on the students. It depends on their mood for that day, whatever. So in another class, there was a student. I think from what the teacher told me, this girl, she was upset about her seat. So what she was used to was different. Can you see all this pizza? I'm hungry. So, quiet. Hold on, chew a little bit. I just walked in the door. I had to tell y'all about my day. So anyway, I know there's one girl, she was upset. I even saw her throw her stuff on the floor, child. I was like, that's straight behavior. That's what I'm used to. But I watched her. And I could tell she was the alpha in the classroom. And throughout my first 2 years of training, they teach us what to do with the leader in the classroom. You could be a positive leader, you could be a negative leader. But you have to get that leader on your side. Girl's up out of her seat, threw her stuff on the floor. And then the teacher eventually told her to move her seat. Then the girl moved to the back of the classroom, put her head down. She was missing everything. You know, they're trying to prepare these kids for state standardized testing. Not my class. I'm not there to put my 2 cents in during class. I would never undermine a teacher like that. That's not what I'm there for anyway. I'm there to observe. So I got up maybe 10 minutes later and I walked over to the girl. There was no one around her. And she was pretending like she was asleep. I said, Mama. And this is a Spanish girl. I was like, Mama. And I said, so you just gonna put your head down the whole class? And she didn't say nothing. I said, I know you hear me. I said, don't try to play me like that. I know you hear me. Then she sat up. Then I was like, you know, you missing all this stuff. She's going to collect this stuff. It's going to be a grade. So is this how you behave in her class? You don't do the work? She was like, the work is easy. I was like, all right. So knock your work out. Get it done so you're not getting a 0 for the day. Just knock it out real quick. I said, sometimes you're not in the mood. And she was like, you know, I am smart. I was like, oh, so you smart, huh? So let's see you knock out your work. You so smart. Knock this work out, right? So she got up. Then she did her work, right? And she was doing her work and she kept looking at me. So she even read the entire story. The other class is struggling, talking, not doing whatever. She finished that story so quick because she was a fast reader. And sometimes you have behavior from kids who are bright and who are not challenged, right? So, I'm so mad I didn't take a picture of this. So, she did her work, then the teacher asked her, and she's like, I'm finished. And the teacher was like, yeah, right. You know, I can tell. So then the teacher said, so what was the story about? The girl told her the entire story from top to bottom, and I read the story, so I was like, she told her. And so the girl didn't start working until we had our little pep talk because I was speaking her language. So I went back over 5 minutes later. I said, oh, so you did your work, huh? I said, that's all right. I said, I'm proud of you. I said, do you write your name in graffiti? I said, I promise to come back tomorrow, 6th period. That was the class. And I'm going to hook you up with graffiti. I said, I think I know how to do a tiny bit. So I'm going to hook you up. She's like, really? I said, yeah, I got you. So the lady, she didn't have a class next period. And I didn't really have anywhere to go. I mean, I could have just walked in a miscellaneous class and just sat down and observed. So I said, well, where's that girl's folder? I said, I got, you know, a couple of minutes and I'll just do her name on her folder. So it took me about 35 minutes. I wish I'd take notes because then you would have known the girl's name. So, and I did her name in graffiti and I put a spray paint can and the little wavy arrows and stuff like that. And then the teacher was like, wow. She said she's going to be so excited to see that. I said, I know, I was proud of her. So I wanted to reward her for coming back. But see, that's what it's all about. Building those relationships with the kids. You got to have some type of relationship with the students. I know maybe in a traditional school setting like that one, it may be a little more difficult. I've never worked in a traditional school setting, so what do I know? But I know the 4 years of me teaching, I knew how to build relationships and get kids to work for me. So I was so excited. But I walked over there and that girl started working when I walked away. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, boo. And I noticed a lot of kids too put their head down. I'm like, what kind of mess are you want? And you like, this education is free. But then if you don't have parents that are on your side as well, it's like, what are the consequences? Who's gonna hold these kids accountable? Okay, you put your head down the whole class. What is the consequence of that? I saw some teachers address it. I saw some teachers who didn't. Some kids with phones out, some kids who didn't. And they said there's no real consequence. They don't stick to it. So I don't know. So I go in tomorrow. Don't know what I'm doing tomorrow either. I guess I'll find another classroom to sit in all day and observe. And I'll walk around the room, help with students, see what they're doing. But that class, she has some really bright students in that class. Really, really bright. And this boy, we started talking, another student. And she said, yeah, he's one of my tough students, but he's really smart. Same class with that girl. She said those two, the girl put her head down, and that boy, she says they go head to head because they want all the attention in the class. And I started talking to him because they had to read the passage and then they had to create a tweet and hashtag this about the story. His hashtags on the story were phenomenal. I was like, wow, that's really good. I said, but do you live your life like that hashtag? It was like something like, I don't know what it was. It was something like hashtag live life like it's your last day. Something. And he said, yeah. He said, you know, I'm a rapper. I write music and stuff. I said, so you love words? He was like, yes, ma'am. And he was like, oh, and I have a YouTube. I said, so how do you promote yourself? You know, this is building that relationship. I said, so how do you promote yourself? And he said, well, I do Instagram. I have a YouTube page. I was like, YouTube? How many followers you got? How many subscribers you got? So he was like, you know, I just started, so I got 110 subscribers. I was like, you know, I almost have 9,000 subscribers on my other channel, right? Not that they be watching my stuff, so whatever. But I was like, I almost got 9,000 subscribers. He was like, really? How? I said, you know, I do a little YouTube, you know, I do a little bit. He said, how did you get all those? I said, well, the number one rule, and I was telling him what he had to do to build up his subscribers. He was like, wow, thank you. And when he left, he came over to me and shook my hand and said, I hope I see you again. So that is part of building a relationship and having a connection with the student. So now if I ever had him in my class, he'll work for me because we already built that relationship. That little girl who I did the graffiti for, she'll work for me. I wouldn't have no problems out of them. And you have to have some type of relationship. Some teachers are just strong. They don't need to. But me, I have more of a connection when I know my student. I know their strengths. I know their weaknesses. And I know who they are and what makes them tick. And I don't like touching kids' hands. But I was like, Joy, take one for the team. Take one for the team. And it was close to the end of the day, too. Who knows where those hands been? I got to get me some hand sanitizer. I don't have any for my purse. So, and little stories like that, little connections like that, where a spark or something goes off in a child, that's what makes me excited. That's what makes me happy to teach, you know. So if I get a chance to get a classroom, but that's all right. I'm patient. Because when or if I get a classroom, I don't know how they're gonna accept me. It's close to the end of the school year. But I know I clock in and clock out every day. So they need to clock in my hours and on my paycheck. Okay? Seriously. So, do you have any teachers who you connected with and that you remember from middle school or high school? So what made that teacher so unique? What can help me become a better me what can help me become a better teacher and a better me. Because sometimes, here's the other thing, sometimes as people, we don't take the time, not everybody, a lot of times we don't take the time to self-reflect. You know, am I a good person? Did I say anything to hurt anyone's feelings? Am I mean? What can I do to be a better person, to make a difference in someone else's life? You know, what can I do to be a better me? So, I'm asking. What can I do? Or even to be a better YouTuber, you know. I don't know how to use Instacrack and Twizzler. I don't know how to use those things at all. So I don't know how to market my channel. As far as a teacher, if there's a quality you had in a teacher, something that stood out, and I listened to that, I'm like, ooh, maybe I can do that. Make those connections and build those bridges to make me grow and become a better teacher. So, I'm excited. If I can spark something in one student, 2 students, then I know me observing classes for the day, I know I did something for the day. But you should have saw that boy. He was like, really? And to look at him, you would think he was a tough kid. Smart. He was answering questions, raising his hand. He was bright. And the little girl too. She finished her work so fast. She's probably GT and bored with most of her classes. That's why she behaves the way she does. But I'm telling you, if you don't get those kids the first 2 weeks, they know how you teach, what type of person you are, they rule you. You have to get them the first 2 weeks, but consistency is the key. You gotta be consistent. Sometimes I struggle with that, and then I take a step back, and then we go over the expectations and procedures again. Sometimes we all need a refresher. I'm not always on point. And but at close to the end of the year, what you don't have about 6-7 months, child, bye. Just make it through the end of the year. So I don't know what they're gonna do with me, child. I go in every day and don't know where I'm going. I don't even got no place to sit my bag, so I'll be walking around with my heavy bag all day. You know what I found out, y'all? I went to the hey Bobby. I went to the teacher's lounge to eat. I needed somewhere else to go. They got ice machine, girl.
Is it the good ice?
It's not my Chick-fil-A ice, but the ice is still soft. Bobby has basketball.
And we have to leave in 15 minutes. Oh no. Sorry. Just kidding.
anyway. Excuse me, I'm gonna set, sucker.
Who you calling? Sucker.
Don't let me get up out of the chair and throw the holy water on you.
We can get up out of the chair. We can fight. We can fight, cuz. Come on. Come on.
See, that's how you can handle those kids. I'm still hungry. Well, anyway, I wanted to share that with y'all. I was like, I already bought the pizza. Why not talk to my babies? Why not talk to y'all? I hope you guys are doing well. Woo. And some of the stories that they're reading, it's like the kids, I'm like, this is really good stuff. And some of them don't pay attention. They put their heads down. I'm like, dude, this education is free. And I don't understand, how do you go to school and put your head down in class? And I feel as though it's so disrespectful. Now, if our lead behavior staff will send her a text, is such and such sick, do you know about them? And she'd be like, yeah, she could put her head down. So, you had to have, like, permission to put your head down in class. And students are going to do what you allow. But once again, it's the end of the year. 2 more months of school. In 3 weeks, the kids take state testing. So I don't know. But look at this, y'all. Yeah. It doesn't taste bad. It tastes like a cream soda. Like a creamsicle. Orange and vanilla. Oh, I felt that go down. It was like a lump of pizza. Ooh, so orange vanilla Coke. That would have been a good thumbnail. Orange vanilla Coke. It tastes like creamsicle. It's not bad. Would I get it again? Yes. Ooh, if you do root beer floats, this would actually, I've done floats with all kinds of soda. I've done a float with fruit punch soda, grape soda is my favorite. So I do it with anything. This would be good, excuse me, on some ice cream, but you just put a little bit of ice cream. That's how I like it. I haven't had that in a while. Now I forgot, what was I saying, Clint? I don't forgot, y'all. I'm not rewinding no tape. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you like my little update. You know I'm gonna tell y'all. I still don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I go and I'm like, okay, so what's the plan for me today? They don't know I'm a superstar. You don't know. I never interviewed with the principal. I never interviewed with him. I interviewed with the literacy coach and another lady. The literacy coach, she was like, I don't know, we're waiting on the principal. So, I'm there, going with the flow, child. Going with the flow. Give this video a thumbs up. And I'll give you another update when I have an update for you, okay? But I wanted to tell you about those students and how I was like, yeah. that made me feel like I had a great day. I don't know. Maybe I just need to work with behavior. I don't know, because that really made me happy, because I was a tough student. I spoke her language. She was up doing her work, child. That's how you do it. Give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe. Until next time, later.